Shall we play a game?
We got Star Wars Unlimited. We got classic Star Wars games. We got old school D&D, independent RPGs, mini painting, Warhammer, of course, tons of other games. But first, we're gonna need some coffee here on Board Barista Productions.
This is like the ultimate gaming or recording headset, especially when you're around noise things. It will only pick up voices versus other sounds, which is key when you live in a busy household. Right now, I'm outside because I was actually smoking a cigar.
Oh.
So,
Okay, and you said what kind were they?
just Swisher Sweet cigars.
No, I meant the headphones.
The headphones? The Beast, a Mr. Beast J-Lab.
Okay. Well, I also upgraded my studio a little bit. I got an on-air light for when I'm recording in here so I don't get interrupted. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm going to hang that up a little bit later after we get done recording. And yeah, this is Retro Reviews, a review show where we go through my copious amounts of RPG books and other paraphernalia one at a time. And join me in the Ramble Fest. We have Tanya.
Hey, everybody.
All right, so I know we recorded this, but I can't find the video. So we're going to go back and redo the Star Wars Adventure Journal number 7.
Oh, okay. Yep, that would have been the last thing we recorded.
It was in with the Game Master's screen and some of the other stuff, but I don't know how it got misplaced, but I can't find the video. So we got to do a redo. So this is officially the last of the Star Wars books that we're going to cover here on the channel for the foreseeable future. Had some budget issues come up. So I was vacation with the family up in St. Francisville to go see the waterfalls over in Mississippi and have a nice little weekend of it. Yeah. Alternator died in my car.
Oh,
So
ouch.
I had to get my battery charged back up and buy a spare to get back here to New Orleans. So before we dive into this week's retro review, I want to plug the Patreon account. You know, you can help me out monetarily, $1 a month. And we are going to have My RPG Flip is going to be a link to the Discord to be part of the beta playtesting group. Is going to be a reward this month. So anybody who joins the Discord is going to get a link to the beta. So help us out. Get some money flowing back in so we can actually buy some stuff to review and crack-a-packs and all those kind of things. So yeah, if you're enjoying the show, Patreon is a way to help out because I'm broke at this point. $566 to get my car repaired.
Ouch. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wish I had sponsors. If you want to sponsor the show, get in touch with me. Any of those things that can do. We're asking once again for a small donation from our fan base. Yeah, like I said, Patreon, merch, all those links to support the channel are down in the video description below. But we're going to dive into Star Wars Adventure Journal number 7. So a long time, I only owned the second Adventure Journal. It was like one of my go-to favorite things to read on the school bus. This one got damn near brand new from it's the I forgot what it is. It's one of the sponsors. It's the Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is where I got this from. So the first article in this, because it looks like a book, but it's actually like a pulp magazine that they were publishing in-house for people that had a lot of the writers from the old Star Wars books actually got their start writing for the Adventure Journal. What they would do is they give you some stories or adventure ideas and game stats in this. The first story in this is called Mist Encounter. It's actually the origin story of how Grand Admiral Thrawn found the Empire. So you got game stats for young Thrawn, the Victory Star Destroyer captain, and and army colonel that first encounter him. Stats for the Kappa class shuttle, which is a troop transport shuttle, as composed to the Lambda class, which is usually used by officers and high-ranking Imperial officials, such as Vader and the Emperor. Both use the Lambda class shuttle in Return of the Jedi. We also get the stats for the ATPTs, which are the one-person small version of the all-terrain personnel transport. So it's the little walkers that you see in. They actually showed them in Revenge of the Sith. They're like the little one-person walker the clone troopers are on when they're hunting down the Wookiees.
Yeah.
So you got that. The stats for those. Next up is the story Missed Chance, which is the origin story of one of my favorite extended universe characters. I really hope that they're going to bring this character back in when they do the Rogue Squadron movie that they keep talking about doing. And that is the origin story of Corran Horn. This is how he got away from the Corellian security force, snuck away from them when the Empire took control of Corellia, and his adventures before he joins up with the famous Rogue Squadron in the Rogue Squadron novels. Both the Thrawn story was written by Timothy Zahn, who wrote the Thrawn trilogy, and Michael A. Stackpole wrote the Corran Horn story, Corran Horn is his character he created for the X-Wing series. So it's nice to have both of those two big names from the extended universe novels in there. Next article in the book is The Adventures of Rogue Squadron. It's actually a Q&A with Michael Stackpole about the upcoming Rogue Squadron novels. Next, after that, we have Kraken's Rebel Operatives. So General Kraken was the head of the Rebel Intelligence, then became head of New Republic Intelligence once New Republic was formed. So you get some people that work for him that you can build game stats for NPCs you can put into the game. We got Retta Macabre, human supply purchaser, shipper, and network coordinator. Mr. Tilson, the Biff financier and art dealer. And Vo Lattice, droid supplier and servicer. So next up after that is Taste of Adventure. Some adventure ideas. You got Rebel Escape, normal people helping an escape Rebel courier. You got the Battle for Gap 9, Rebel Destruction of Imperial Base, Silent Fury as a treasure hunt, Countdown to Despair, Lunatic holding Senator and the rest of the party in a high-speed train hostage, so think speed. That's some inspiration for that. Then the next article is the history of the R series. It's an in-universe essay about the R series droids, famously R2D2. Well, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different variants of the R series, starting with the P2, which was the oversized prototype they used on capital ships. The R1, which is also another oversized capital ship version. Then you get the R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, and R7. Basically talks about just like how different generations of droids in the same line. There's actually there's this comedian who works with a puppet who is actually I saw it on Facebook in the reels where he actually was going through the whole telling the history of the R series droid. He used this article as part of his stand-up to lecture people on nerd topics.
Damn.
That puppet is hilarious.
That's awesome. Gotta find that reel again.
I do. Next article is Smuggler's Log, which is a column set up in basically people just tell there's a smuggler, Platt, who was a smuggler character for second edition Star Wars. She kept showing up to talk about different stuff. Ruins, so blue-skinned humans seek to gain wealth and enjoy it. It's a complete breakdown of their culture, game stats, and there's a sample as a female mercenary, Nell Indigo. Next is a story called Retreat from Coruscant, story about a courier trying to leave Coruscant as Thrawn is attacking it during the siege of Coruscant. We get game stats for Captain Taryn Chansey and her ship, the Messenger, Del Sato, the co-pilot, and Colonel Jake Berman of the New Republic Security, which is a common thing where you just basically get like either an adventure idea or you'd get like a short story and then they'd add the game stats for everybody in there so you can have those be extra NPCs. The Cal connection. New Republic has sent heroes to bring Cal, a former world, into the New Republic. On Cal, they play Sabak with the party plays Sabak with an undercover Talon Card and former Imperials, as Card is trying to loot the Emperor's lost yacht. So it's a story and adventure wrapped up together. Into the core worlds, it's notes on the core section of the Star Wars galaxy. So you get the planets at Korlog, which has a bunch of tech firms and one of the Imperial academies. Chandrilla, which is agricultural, nature preserve, and game hunting. It's also the homeworld of Mon Mothma. For anybody who's been watching the most recent Rogue One series, she ended up being the first Supreme Chancellor of the New Republic in the old stories, and is looking like she's going to do the same role in the Mandalorian era. Before Princess Leia became running the government, Mothma was running it. Brental, which is a shipping planet. Acellus, a high-tech industries. Renel, medical treatment and rugs, which is weird that they make rugs, but okay.
Are they jet-powered rugs?
No, they're just really nice rugs. It's kind of like that, like in Rogue One, the planet that the Gorum was known for, like their silk. And it was this whole thing of like they also had that rare mineral they needed to build the Death Star with. So they're all like, okay, we're going to completely destroy this silk manufacturing planet in order to build the Death Star. It's like, okay. And then also...
So who was the one creating the other silk once they destroyed that planet? I mean, they used silk for their clothing. They had to have. And would they like corner the market on silk?
It was like the high-end silk. Like the
that they
really
blew up.
They blew up. They blew up it's basically like if somebody like the US invaded a country that was really well known for the Angora fur for raising rabbits to get oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, you know, what was the trade deal that they had going on that they blew up that? Corner the market on trades.
Mm-hmm. It was more about just getting the raw materials to build the Death Star. Next, and then Raltier also gets brought up in this one, and Raltier was actually played heavy into the Star Wars customizable card game. It was one of the places was also like heavily occupied by the Empire, and also had some troops and military facilities for building the Victory class Star Destroyers. Next article is Old Corellian. It's an essay written in universe by Arner Figs, scholar on the Corellian language, and is used and basically uses some more understanding of who the Corellian people are. Passages, a short story, setting up an adventure idea about rebels stealing back medical supplies from a warehouse taken by Imperials. Galaxy-wise Newsnet. So they're basically news articles to spark adventure ideas, mostly biased against the Empire and rallying the rebels. It's like this whole, you can print these out and put them onto like data pads that you hand out to the players for them to check out and get some cool little adventure hooks and stories going. It's like, oh, this is stuff that's happened on the news feed while you're hanging out in the cantina. I think. But yeah, that's basically in a nutshell, just a lot of cool short stories and adventure ideas, and that's what you got in every single one of these adventure journals. It's just nice to have. This one's a little bit more on the pricey side because it is that first appearance, almost like the comic books. It's like this is where like Cornhorn first showed up in all of Star Wars, and he became a big character. He ended up sitting on the Jedi Council under Luke Skywalker, played a major role in the Yuuzhan Vong War, as well as the Rise of Darth Caedus, which was Han and Leia's son's original dark side name, not Kylo Ren. It was Jason Solo that went to the dark side. Named after Han's father, kind of thing. We had some much better. Ben was Luke's son's name, and okay. I'm gonna rant and rave extended universe versus Disney canon. I'm going down the rabbit hole. I need to stop. Yeah. So I know I hogged the majority of the audio in this episode. So
I like the fact that there's adventure ideas attached to almost every page or every written article. Like for every planet world, for all the different worlds, there's adventures, or at least one adventure idea attached to every article. I like that aspect.
It is nice. And it's not like it's trying to, like, one of the things I had about Dragon magazine towards the end of its run, it became a whole thing of like every article felt like it was an ad for an upcoming product from Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
Whereas with the adventure journals, it was just like, hey, here's a cool little story. Here's an adventure idea. Go run with it. It's not like, and if you want more of this, pick up this book that's coming out, kind of thing. It was
yeah, it didn't go
good
commercial.
Entertainment. Yeah.
No, so these adventure journals actually, so they're free to access on D6 Holocron, or they're free to access within reason. Someone was kind enough and photocopied to make it available.
These books have been out of print. Some of them are really hard to find physical copies of, and it's just nice to have the capability of putting these out of print, because the game company that published this isn't even around anymore. It's completely defunct. So it's like, yes, it's Star Wars content. It is owned by Lucas, but the rules are in like a publishing limbo kind of thing.
Pretty much Disney didn't buy the rule books, otherwise they'd be wiped from the internet.
Yeah. But all right, that is all I've got. So I guess we can say goodbye for this episode.
Peace out.
Peace.
Hey everybody, thanks for staying till the end of the episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Board Barista Productions. And if you want to support us, Patreon link at the bottom.